The topic is Wisdom Speaks. Heed the warning. At first, when I read this chapter, as I was assigned it, I said, Lord, can I have Proverbs 8? It's where wisdom cries out. And Proverbs 8 is such a beautiful chapter. I could talk about that all the day long. But this chapter, after I read chapter 7 and reread it, I can see now how important this chapter is. We couldn't have a chapter 8 without having Proverbs chapter 7. This chapter, as we talked about yesterday, exposes the tactic of the enemy. Its tactic is to entice young ones, young men, young women, and us too, to fall into temptation, to violate our marriage vow, our natural and spiritual marriage vow, to live according to the lust of the flesh. This chapter tempts us to be ensnared. The woman in this chapter is described in the beginning as looking through her window and targeting a young man that is void of understanding. I'll read from verses 7 to 10. And behold, among the simple ones, I discerned a young man among the youth, void of understanding, passing through the street near her corner, and he went the way to her house in the twilight, in the evening, in the black and dark night. And behold, there met him a woman with the attire of a harlot and so of heart. Solomon urges his son not to listen to the colorful, enticing words of the strange woman. He begins the chapter by describing the behavior of the young man. As we just read, the man is going out at night. It says he's in the black, dark night. He's on this woman's street, in her hood, so to speak. He's in an area of town where he shouldn't be, and he's in her town at a time that makes him vulnerable. Then it reads in the first person what the woman is saying to the young man. He describes the marketing strategy accurately. The woman appears to this young man's 5 senses. The woman is bold enough and disrespectful enough to tell the young man that the man of the house, her husband, won't be home. And she invites this young man to her bed. After the young man is described as being enticed and ensnared, it describes his life as like a bird in a snare. At the end of the chapter, Solomon states, don't listen to this woman. Her way is the way of hell. What can we gather from chapter 7? I pulled away 3 things from this chapter. Number 1, God is our Father. He loves us. Therefore, he warns us of what is to come, and he protects us. God always chooses the path of love, and he always expresses his love through correction, through our encouragement, warnings, etc., etc. Number 2, God speaks in a language so that we can clearly make a choice and so that we can accurately understand the plan of the enemy. This chapter is between the beauty of wisdom and the chapter 6, as we heard, was so refreshing. This chapter describes the ways of the enemy, appealing to the five senses, making things look good as if it's to satisfy us sensually, or even sometimes it could be seemingly innocent. But this exposes the plan of the enemy. Number 3, God always makes a way of escape. Don't go down that street. God showed from the beginning, as he details this young man's behavior from the very beginning. Be where you need to be. Do what you need to do. Avoid the street. So that's all I have. But I did want to add, like this morning, we heard on a prayer line that the Lord was speaking to us, and it reminded me of the 3 takeaways that I had. God was saying, you belong to me. No one can snatch you out of my hand. I will deliver you. Do not be afraid. I will give you strength. I will help you. I will hold you. Don't forget to praise me. And then we heard from Reverend Griffin, my sons and my daughters, I noticed you've been sleeping peacefully. I declare to you, no weapon formed against you shall prosper. I'm the revelation, truth, and the light. Fear not. Fear not those times. And I must test you so that you must put your trust in me. All of these words this morning are part of the wisdom of God that God has for us. So with that, I'll open up the mic. Anyone have prayer requests, reflections, or praise reports?